would like to have a good communication with somebody, especially for spoken English, right? You must know how to use the verbs to make a question. Usually, if you want to make a communication with somebody else, right, you have to ask a question. And question is always come from like you using the auxiliary verbs and W's question. W's question will work for you. Informative answers, right? Information, why, where, how, when, right? So that is the informative question. But some question is auxiliary, just give it to the answer, nothing else. So I believe if you want to make a good communication, a good spoken English in your life, right? You must need a uh, grammatical accuracy, of course, and more better way to explain it yourself. All right. So Mama, you tell me why speak in English, right? As you know, in the writing and spoken English, both need grammars for as a student, right? As a student, academic student. Why do you feel that grammar is also a very important part? Although you're gonna speak, right? But English grammar wise playing a very important role for speaking, reading, writing, everything. Just tell about it.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to actually explain it in my own way with my own opinion exactly why I am interested in learning English language and why it's very learning and why it's very important to learn English and what is the importance of grammar. So at first about why I want to learn English language, and that is because it is the international English language, the only one language that is almost everyone knows in the earth. And if we want to talk to someone that are not from our country, we have to speak in English. Actually, basically, English is the way to communicate people that we are not speaking in the same language or we do not live in the same country. So, about and English language is the key to communication and everything since we also see that many websites and many AI tools, all things are in English, not in our language or other language. It's always in English. So for the future, we must learn English because if we don't learn English now, it will be not that good. And about the importance of grammar, well, if we don't know the structure, the tenses, the parts of speech, or the uses of verb, auxiliary, the WH questions, the passive, or like the active, we won't able to be communicate. Like you may get over with the spoken one, but when it comes to reading or writing, uh, you will be helpless because in reading and writing there is the most thing that works in grammar. So if you don't know the grammar yet, you won't able to be read or write anything
Yeah.
because in writing we have to write formal things
Yeah.
basically, and in spoken you can go like informally. It doesn't really matter since we are actually speaking in
Yeah.
present.
Yeah.
But when we are writing, they won't stapler us with the paper that we will be able to talk. So if we won't able to be talk, we have to know some structure, the English grammar that the grammar experts made for us to communicate. And if we know this, we would never have any problem to understand each other's language, like English language. And thank you very much. That was my opinion.
Question I'm asking you, as a student, right? We are a junior student. So the student, most of our students in our country, they depend on only for grammar and writing, right? But real life is not actually grammar and writing. Real life, we have to communicate with many way, right? Even if you want to make a job in somewhere, like if you job work for somebody's, it doesn't matter where you live in, but you have an option, you have an opportunity to work for any companies anywhere in the world because of technology advancement, all right? So how why the student are really drawbacks? I mean, they are backing, they are only for grammar and writing. So you focus on the grammar and writing, right? You also focus on your spoken English, your communicative English. Why you feel that every student should go for not only for the grammar writing, because of they have enough time to prepare themselves. They don't need to on the preparation for university for the debate competition, all right? So in this sense, tell me how much you feel the freedom that you're also learning the grammar writing for me as a rigorous English, but same time you're gonna speak. And daily you are having dependent in your conversation, in your communication, right? So what sort of freedom you feel right now? And what is the recommendation for other student who is like your age? You should say something about them, why they're writing for, why they're going back, why didn't they come forward? Just tell about themselves and how you facing the freedom in this situation.
About this question, I'll go with first point you asked me about how I feel after learning the English language, even if it's a little too much. And first of all, I am independent to speak, at least communicate with British people or Englishmen. I can at least communicate or introduce myself at least to themselves, or I'm not afraid to. And in writing skills, I'm no longer afraid to make my own presentation or my own paragraph. Most of the students go through for like other AI websites and or chat GPT,
Yeah,
but I go for it because if I do it, it will be my own loss, not my teacher's lost. It will never be honest to myself, and even if I make mistake, it will be fine, just fine, that I will get to improve my mistakes. And
yeah,
if I don't mistake, I won't able to be learned,
yeah,
because sometimes we learn and sometimes we win.
yeah.
That's how actually life works. And secondly, the question that why other students are in the back. I think most of the Bangladeshi students don't know about that in the future AI will take over us and we'll need to learn English language immediately, or maybe their parents are not allowing them to be extraordinary or be creative, and maybe their parents don't have that much money to make them learn English,
Yeah.
because most of them students situation is like that.
The question I'm asking you, do you have lots of money to learn English, like international level? Do you think like you should have enough money to become a fluent in English, to speak English? Would you like to say anything?
No, actually, I don't think that if you want to learn something, not just English, but if you want to learn something, if you want this so badly, you
Yeah,
can make it happen anytime.
yeah,
Because like at first, almost everybody has phone in their especially smartphone in their hand, and I'm 100% sure that they have the app YouTube.
yeah,
And at least if they don't have enough money to do class for spoken or grammar or whatever in English, you can at least watch YouTube,
yeah,
and or at least download the chat GPT, ask him what to do, how to improve my English.
Right.
Like ask him questions about like what is parts of speech, what is tense, how to use it in proper life, and how to do it, and what is my fears and other things, like why I'm not good at this. Like AI is getting so advanced that you don't even need class now.
Right.
You can just use AI, and there are so many AI apps that you can use, like Duolingo at the first top one, Duolingo, that
Right.
people use for learning English.
Right.
That there are so many apps that you could give exams, like it's like a coaching that they do in practical life, but literally the same thing. They can do it for free
Yeah.
in their an app. So if they want to learn English, just search it in YouTube that how can I learn English, and all their answer will be ready, and they will have so many stuffs that they won't that there will be unstoppable.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You have a wonderfully to develop your English. Anyone need a
Yes.
best coach, right? I know there's everywhere information, but you have to pick them out the right one, which is gonna change your life, right? Transform your life. We believe in there's so many thousands of information piled up in YouTube, right? So do you feel that you really need a good coach to finding out the right English, right podcast, right the teachers that's going to change your life? Do you believe in?
Actually, I have a kind of feeling of having the right course. And as I could remember when I was in class 4, I used to tell my dad that, Father, I want to learn English. And my father asked me a question, why you want to learn English? Then I answered him that English is, I have a feeling that English is such a majestic language. Actually, from my childhood, I used to love English, the subject, at first, because if I don't love anything myself, I won't able to master it. So I told my dad, and my dad told me that when it's the right time, I'll get you a course. Then
Right.
I kept telling my dad that, Dad, find me a course, find me a course. I need to at least develop my basic levels.
Right.
Then my father told me about you, and one day you came to our house because you were my father's friend. And this is how we met, like in the last year of 2023.
Okay.
And I started your coach, Rigorous English, in 2024. And at first, I was such a beginner level that I didn't even know that there were separation in English, like British English, American English, uh, Australian English. I just know it that just English. But after getting into your course, I actually developed my basic, and now you are also getting on advanced level.
Yeah.
But I think you are having kind of problem since we have new students, and I actually understand your problems because sometimes I have to also carry others with me because I'm not selfish that much. And it's not bad after all, because as the more I revise the basic level, the more the basic level will be strong enough to stand
Right.
there. And I think your course is the best for everything, because you are not only teaching like speaking on and like spoken English or just grammar. You are also teaching us about spoken English, grammar, writing, reading,
Yeah.
and all the things. Like you also get us free PDF books like Cambridge, Oxford, and another other things like books that others teacher will not give that for like free. They will tell, give me my money, then I'll send you some books. But you are not like that. You are giving us free access to your PDF books, and that's the one of the thing I love from that you. And I think you are one of the best teacher in the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much. But the thing that I would like to know from you, after getting the English language right, now how much freedom you feel in your life? I feel
Yes, sir.
how much you have freedom in your speech in your conversation after getting into the English language skills. How much freedom you feel it, and how you feel in your school, college, and your like a teachers, your friend circle. How much you feel? How do you feel right now?
Thank you for asking me that question.
Right.
So basically, I feel so much freedom
Right.
because first, in my friend circle, I feel kind of different
Right.
because most of them I know the most English, and I can even tell the teacher, you're you are actually wrong. And even the teacher was like, how did you know? Like, even he was surprised because most of the students in my class are not that good in English. Not even the like the first one, second one, third one. And I am actually happy to be extraordinary and not like all the people. Because from my childhood, I always want to be I wanted to be like a special person, not like others, but a special one, extraordinary, and I'm glad I could make it. Even the principal said that you are learning English. That's good. And you are actually doing well in your examination too, in English especially. Because after joining your course, and even from my childhood, like class 1 and class to class 8, I always used to get like top grades in my English, and I have 100% guarantee now that even if I don't study English, I would still get the English marks, top marks, because I want to know. I know exactly how to read the paper, and how to do it in practical life. Because I'm not by rooting something, or like I'm not reading the models. I am reading the exact same thing, the main thing, not the copy, because I don't like to copy. And sometimes I become so honest with myself that even teachers said that the question will come exact the same thing in my examination. I still don't look for it. I still read the main thing and then go to the examination, because I am taking the exams to see how I'm good and how I'm bad, not to get some pathetic grades or something. Even the principal said that you are good at English and that's fine. Just focus on your English.
Right.
He said it to my father, and I am actually happy because my parents also look proud that I can speak English. And one time I and about the freedom, other things, I think I am much confident to speak with someone that knows English, or
Right.
like a English teacher like with you, or a British man or American man.
Right.
I am enough confident to speak with them because I know English. And sometimes I think English so much, even in my mind, though
Right.
my mother language is English. I
Right.
still think in English, because if I think English in my mind, I will able to speak it in English.
Right.
So yeah, I am actually studying English, and I think as soon as possible I will get in abroad as soon.
Yeah, of course, you get preparation for you, and after your intermediate level, you might apply for for scholarship somewhere because you have to sit for IELTS exams first of all, and secondly for SAT exams if you are a science group, okay. But if you're an arts group, only for IELTS is enough for you to have a good score. So right now you're learning the English language skills. Means you are learning your speaking, you're learning your grammatical part for writing and also written part, right? And also improving the listening skills as you are doing it. So it is the great option for you. I mean, you are learning far away from Dhaka. You live in Netrokona, right? Yeah, remote area from, like from Dhaka to Netrokona. You live in Netrokona, but you just learn the right quality of English. All right, through the website. Now you're capable, you're independent to really explore yourself, to talk to with somebody, right? So it's not a matter of where you live right now. I always recommend the TA student, hey, you get the right strategy. You are in school life, right? You have a huge time. Like a 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you have a time to get the right coach, learn the right language. So afterward, when you go for a university, you never have a problem. You just get chance any university. Our 100% get the marks, right? So you get a chance like a law, you get a chance for English literature and language for anywhere in Bangladesh. You never have any problems, even in other countries, right? So it is very convenient, cheaper, easiest way to develop your English. That's you proved it already, right? Last 2.5 years, maybe you are with me, right? But within the time, you followed the strategy. You followed the, as I was saying to you, your pronunciation, your expression. You talk like naturally. That is very important. The natural tone, right? You can speak, but if you feel that you're natural, I just think like every single movement, every single thinking, you are nowadays you are English, right? So it's the freedom. It's a great freedom for your conversation with friends, foreigners, anybody's, right? So you are accessing the international market, global market later on. You understand? We also work for the advanced level. Definitely continue the advanced level, top level vocabularies and expression, everything. You understand? So you just intermediate level, going to the top level. That's going to work for you now. So I'm very happy to have you as a student, but you proved it that our strategy, the way I'm teaching is what, right? That you proved it. Still, but you proved it that yes, you did it. So I really love it to your expression. Thank you very much, Bobby. You proved it. I believe that every single student, wherever they are living, they might come over in our university because we can learn grammar and vocabulary in English academic, right? Academic English. In academic English, speaking, reading, writing, listening, everything. So if they come from that, in our rigorous English, online basis or offline basis in Dhaka, they're going to change their life. We build a
Yes,
community. I'm building up, right? I'm going to build like you. So many students. You might see other students who in Dhaka from to prepare to school and college. They also, you might see the very good videos. Some of the students only class 5, but they're very fluent in English, right? So it's really proud. I love my students are really expressing the right way, they're doing great expressions. I love it. So hope for the best. Just do it, enjoy your life, freedom, and just change your life. Transform your life best possible way. Right? Thank you, Bobby. Have a good evening. You did well. I really love it.